Yeah, Will here, March 29th, day 5. Took the day off today. Uh, First 4 days are always really tough. Uh, Getting in shape, getting used to the weather, and needed to organize my gear. I cooked up a huge batch of rice, which takes about 2 or 3 hours, and you have to always be careful with a large pot of water in the stove. Made a large batch of noodles. All these I'll freeze for the next week. Usually do that on the day off. Is prepare my pasta meals. I worked in the evening on maintenance of the two stoves. Took those apart, cleaned them up. When you're working with the stoves, you have to be real careful not to uh, bend apart or lose apart. If you're two stoves, if one goes dysfunctional on you, it's a real problem. So you really have to be careful. They're fine-tuned machine too. They work MSR whisper lights. You know how to maintenance them. You can keep them really running well. They're quiet. They're really a beautiful stove out here. I think I've limited. I had a couple tent fires with those last year, but I think I traced it down to the MSR bottles. I don't think the main stove that you screw into the bottle. I think there was a problem there with the thread. So a little more confident with tent fires here this year, which is a huge advantage. I'm camped, believe it or not, by a clump of trees, spruce trees. I'm in this little valley. If you take a look at the GPS, I'll be in this kind of a ravine type valley right on the top of the divide. And there's some ideal spots where these little clumps of trees, quite rare. The tree line is about 250 miles south of here, so it's not like every day you see trees, but it's a perfect environment where with the ravine, they're protected from the prevailing northwest winds. They get the southerly wind. They're in a place near the river, small little river where the roots grow. And when they grow in clumps like that, they form real huge drifts, really soft snow, 7, 8 feet, maybe even more. Some of the drifts go as high as the trees. And this is actually another evolutional process because in the spring, with all these heavy drifts, the trees are assured of adequate moisture, especially in the springtime when they're trying to reproduce. A small tree of 4 or 5 inches could be anywhere from 75 to 100 years old. It's really tough growing here for a tree. It's a very delicate climate, but the way they evolved here was just a perfect sequence of sun protection from the wind, moisture, which then gave me a little bit of protection from the wind. It got up, believe it or not, 28 degrees today. Temperature is now falling rapidly. It's about zero with a strong northwest winds, clear. There's a little bit of snow today. And then also on the tundra, I was talking about the shrubs and brush in the flatter areas of the tundra being areas that they collect the snow, also homes for like lemmings. And the main part of the barrens are drifted over snow, hard crust. You can walk on it without punching through. And then also underneath that snow, there's burrowing animals like a lemming. And again, the lemming is the main food supply for the snowy owl. The snowy owl relies totally on small rodents like that, and for the fox, pretty much total on those. And then the wolf also plays on the lemming. It's a main part of their diet. But with the changing climate now, what is happening across the Arctic is you'll get some unusual thaws in February, even maybe March, where and the snow is only about a foot deep, what's crusted over it by soft snow near the ground. That will freeze right to the ground, and then when that happens, the lemmings, any burrowing animal dies off, and then that's the end, at least at that point of time for the snowy owls. The fox has a really hard time. So this area, because it's so incredibly harsh, is always on this very fine line of survival, and any changes within the climate makes it real difficult for the animals. So I'll check in again tomorrow and see what happens here. And this is Will here, and over and out.